Join me as we enter week 6 of Souls of Saraku.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to week number 6 of Souls of Saraku quest calendar. And I did have a little bit of a bonehead moment last week. I was like, why wouldn't they want me to cut this out until the following page? Well, duh. That's because if I cut it out, you wouldn't be able to read the next page. So I'm like, I never ended up equipping this last week because I was like, well, I'll just wait to see why they don't want me to do it till the end of the next page. I just forgot to do it then, but that's why basically. But I did make a little change. Instead of taking that, I ended up going with the death shield just because it looks pretty sweet. I mean, look at that shield. And I think it fits her character pretty well too. I also ended up cutting that book up because it's just going to be a lot easier just to actually, instead of flipping through everything, just to have everything on hand, especially when you want to get into the inventory and stuff. It's kind of a pain to switch back and forth, back and forth. So with that, we're going to begin. And if you remember last week, our overlord was getting smacked around quite a bit here. He was going down basically. And with that, we are going to start with our week number 6. And it looks like the overlord is toast. But the funny part about it is, what do we see here at his feet? Of course, we're going to loot the dead overlord. Why wouldn't we? This game is cracking me up with the loot. It really is. So we're going to roll here. We got 2, so we get 2 more gold. I feel like I have a lot of gold. I have 30 gold, so I don't know if that's just if you get a lot of gold in this game. I don't know, because I haven't played the first one, so. Well, the first couple, so. Okay. A loud, guttural scream of pain, followed by chilling silence, echoes through the chamber. The overlord collapses limply on the tile floor. The heroes stand frozen, their weapons dripping with blood, heavy breathing from the fight. Oh, and I guess this is a new one too. Moon's Day Snow Send 2. So yeah, it looks like the 5 of them actually took them out. And so let's see what we could do here. We could seize the residual power. We could strike a deal that would probably be in our best interest, or we could slip away silently. Maybe we should. We want to take their power. Nah, let's strike a deal. So we're going to roll a d20 plus charisma, and we do have persuasive, so we get a +2 to our rolls. And we do have +2 to charisma, so we're going to get +4 on charisma. And it's 11. I need to get a little dice tray here. So we have it 11 +2 +2, so we have 15. So strike a deal. Perhaps you can negotiate a deal instead of fighting. If you betray the overlord, written down from the earlier, get a +3 bonus. If you stayed loyal, you take a -3. Oh no, I was loyal to him. So we have, instead of a 15, we have a 12. So if the result is between 8 and 14, the heroes hesitate for only a moment before rejecting your offer. You gain 1 bonus on all rolls on the next page. Okay. So not terrible. Anything to loot? Surprisingly not. I feel like every page has had loot. So it's Truce Day, Snow Send 3. The castle rumbles from seized weapons hitting the tower as the battle for the Dark Citadel rages on outside. This breaks the quiet contemplation of the heroes as they turn to deal with the last threat in the room. You. Yeah, this guy looks pretty bad too. So we do get a +1 to all our rolls. To escape from the heroes, you must succeed on 3 escape attempts. You may choose your options for escape, but you may only gain 1 escape attempt for each option. Once you acquire 1, you must choose a different option. Okay, so let's see here. We could trample through the heroes, parkour. It's pretty funny. Withstand the onslaught, outsmart the heroes, predict their tactics, or talk your way out. So I think we're going to do talk our way out first. So we got to do 3 of these. And this is a charisma roll. So we do have a +2. So we get +2 to our charisma. So we have 18, so we get a 20. Bluff, intimidate, or manipulate them into hesitating just long enough to escape. So we did get a 20. So if the result is 11 or more, your words shake them, whether out of doubt, fear, or distraction, and you slip away. Okay, so they've got 1 escape. So we'll just do escape 1. And we do get a +1 too to our roll, so we got to remember that. So let's see. We don't have a lot of stuff here going on. We do have a surge that we could use on strength, dexterity, or constitution roll. So I think we're going to do that on the constitution. So withstand the onslaught. Take the hits and keep moving, forcing your way through even as attacks land. So we have our constitution, which is a +1. We are going to use our surge here. So we get a plus a d4. And we get a bonus +1. So we have 5, 6, 7, 8, plus a bonus 1 for 9. So if the result is 10 or less, you suffer heavy wounds, slowing you down and making future escape attempts harder. Reduce your health by 1. Okay. That was not ideal. And it sucked because we used our surge. So that's no good. Let's do let's do wisdom here. We're going to predict their tactics, read their movements, and use their expectations against them. Fake left and escape right. So we have a 6. Oh man. +1 is 7. This ain't good. So they see through your feint and cut off your escape. Reduce your health by 1. Oh boy. I see where this is going. Down to 13. Yeah, let's try that again. We're going to try it again. 19, and we do get a bonus 1 plus the wisdom 1. Okay, so if your result is 11 or more, you anticipate their strategy, slipping through their blind spot, gain 1 success escape attempt. Okay. So we do get 1, which I wonder if that is a typo here, because this one gave me a success for an escape attempt, but down here it says your words shake them, whether out of fear, doubt, or distraction, and you slip away. So would that just mean I get away? But up here it does say that you must succeed on 3 escape attempts. So I'm wondering if they just didn't write it down there. I wonder if that's a mess up on their part. So with our last one, let's go for the Constitution again. So we're going to withstand their blows. Nope. So we take another damage. Down to 12 health. Let's give him 3 attempts. I guess Once you acquire, yeah, I guess you could just keep doing them over and over again until I roll better. Oh, nope, 6. So now we're down to 11. Oh man, we're getting hammered now. We're gonna do it again. 9. We get a +1 for Constitution and 10, and on the other page we got a +1. So we do have an 11. So we do take the hits and keep moving, focus, or forcing your way through even as the attacks land. So you power through, shrugging off glancing blows, and force your way out. Gain 1 success attempt. So now that's where I don't really know. I'm going to say that I have 3 because I don't know if, for the charisma one if you were just supposed to leave, because it does say and you slip away. So I guess we're just going to play that as that should have gave me 1. I'm not really sure. Once you have achieved 3 escape attempts, it appears the heroes have stopped pursuing you. Perhaps there is another threat or object of theirs that is more important. Either way, you are safe for now. Yeah, I really don't know on that one. We're just going to play it that way. It's not a big deal either way. If I had to take a couple more damage, it's whatever. Wednesday, Snow Send 4. The tower sits in a wake of devastation from the battle of the Dark Citadel. It will need a new leader, someone to rebuild it to its former glory. Congratulations, you have earned enough experience to increase your villain's level. Follow the instructions for leveling up. Okay, sweet. So let's see if these are instructions here. So all heroes, increase your hero's level to 2. You have 2 points to allocate however you choose to increase any of the hero's traits: strength, dexterity, constitution, wisdom, or charisma. Well, let's see here. We are set for fine here. So let's see. I guess that's our basic stats that they're going to go up to. So I don't know why they're even showing us that, but so this is her level 2. Let me just see if it matches up. We have 20 health. Yep. 3 defense, 4 attack, 2 surges. Okay, cool. Okay, yeah, so we have 2 points to allocate. So let's see how we want to allocate these. We have a lot of negative strength, which is not good. So I'm thinking if we keep our strength at -2, that's kind of rough. -2 on strength rolls is not that great in our dexterity. So we could go all around, or we could just focus heavily into charisma, which I don't think I want to do. So I think what we're going to do is let's make our dexterity. So we have a -1 on dexterity, so we're going to make that a 0. We do have a 1 on constitution already. So let's make that, let's just keep that the same. Our strength, we are going to keep at -2. I don't know if that's ideal. And let's do our intellect as a 0, so we're going to go up on that 1. And then we have a 1 and a 2. Yeah, so I guess basically we're going to keep the strength the same. We're going to up dexterity to 0, so we don't have a negative penalty on that. Constitution was already at a 1 because of our bone shield. Our intellect was a 0. We'll go to 1. Wisdom will be 1. Charisma will stay at 2. So our max health is 20, but we are at 12. I don't know if we raise all that up. I'm just going to say we're at 12 for now. And with our bone shield over here, we did have a constitution and plus defense. So we were at 2 defense, and we got a bonus to it, so 1. So we do have 3, so we're going to go to +1. So we're going to actually have 4 defense now. So kind of a defensive character. And our attack will all stay the same, and we have 30 gold total. And we have 3 minions right now. So 3 minions. 1, 2, 3. We have 30 gold. Let's make this a little better here. Okay. We don't have a boon, but I'm going to put a boon here just so I know. And for Surge, we do have 2. And let's go over some of our abilities now for the new character. So we obviously keep Persuade, +2 to Persuade and Convince. Stealthy, we get +2 to Sneak and Remain Hidden. We do have Student, so +2 on Knowledge, Recall, History, and Knowledge. Now we do have Allure, which we already had, which gives us an extra roll on Charisma. We have 2 Surges now that we can use. So we had Monstrosity's Form, so that gives us a D4 to Strength, Dexterity, and Constitution roll. And now we have a use a Surge, so Ferocious Bite here. Use 1 Surge, gain a D4 on a single attack roll. Okay, so she's going to be pretty Surge heavy, I think, overall. And let me see if there's anything on the level up rules here. There are certain days you gain enough experience to improve your traits, health, or traits, ability, health, etc. On these days, you will be instructed to adjust your villain. If you have a companion villain codex, turn a page to the next level and see the additional abilities you have acquired. A companion app will also guide you through this process. Okay, cool. There is a companion app too. I got to check it out still. Okay, yeah, so we'll just go with that for now. Pretty excited to have level 2 though. So with that, I guess that's just showing you if I didn't have this, I guess because you don't always have this. I think this was a Kickstarter thing, but I don't know. I think you still have them in the pages, or maybe you don't. Maybe you just have to adjust them on that. But I guess that's what the app would be good for. It's too late to save the Overlord, but it's not too late to save yourself. Get out of the castle as quick as possible. Take what you can and escape. Okay, so this looks like the same thing. This is a Thornsday Snow Send 5. Okay, so it looks like the same thing as the other ones. Is there anything on here that we want to see? No, there's no, I don't see anything hidden for looting. We do start here. So it looks like this is the exit. So do we just wrap around and get out fast, or do we stay and try to plunder? Let's go to A. Let's see. It looks like a sleeping area, maybe. As you explore, keep track of the minutes you spend in each area. The minutes start at 0. Every time the minutes increase to a multiple of 5 on this page, fallen rubble falls around you. Take D4. Oh, okay. As you explore, keep track of the minutes you spend in each area. The minutes start at 0. Every time the minute increases to a multiple of 5 on this page, okay, rubble falls around you and you take D4. So I wonder if the minutes are going to increase as we do certain things. So we'll just have to kind of remember that. So I guess we can't stay too long. So let's go to A. Yeah, let's just get up out of here. A potion room. The secret passage leads you into the potion room. These potions could be beneficial. You may spend some time looking through them and grab some. If you do, roll D20 Wisdom. Remember ability Arcane Adept Investigator. Okay. We can. You may spend some time. So let's do it. We just got here. So we're going to go Wisdom. We do have a +1 on our Wisdom. Oh, and we do have Student now. So we do get a +2. Let me see here. So remember Arcane Adept Investigator. Oh no, so I don't have it. Okay. So we're just gonna get a +1. So 6 + 1 is 7. Not ideal. We might be getting out of here fast. Okay, if the result is 7 or less, this place is a mess. You spend some time rummaging through the shelves and broken bottles before you find something useful. Increase the minutes by 1. Gain 1 random item from the elixir table. So we have 1 minute now. So that's not ideal. And where's the elixir table? We're going to roll a d6. We get a 4. So we get a elixir of insight, which, what does it even do? Oh, adds a d4 to a single intellect roll. Okay. And we're going to go down to B down here. We're just going to pretty much make it right out of here, I think. We'll see what the time's like. The infirmary. The infirmary is falling apart, the walls crumbling in. An injured goblin lies limply on the floor, crushed by a boulder. There may still be some useful healing tonics in here, if you have time to search. If you search the infirmary, roll a d20 plus wisdom. Remember, investigator. We don't have investigator. We are going to go, so we are going to search. So we have a d20 plus wisdom. We do only have a 1 on wisdom. Oh man, a 9. Okay. If the result is between 8 and 14, you find something useful. Increase the minutes by 1. Gain 2 random items on the resource table. Okay, so we go to 2 minutes now. So we gain 2 items. So we got to roll a d4. So we gain a 2, which is a dragon's blood, and a 1, which is a health potion, which we might need. So we go to health potions. We have 2 health potions now. And a dragon blood. We have 1, which removes a curse. So I guess that's good, because I don't really know what curses do. Guarantee they're not going to be nice. All right, so let's go to F here. So we're just working our way down here. So F, the pantry. A small pantry of food supplies is stocked and untouched from the raid. If you choose to search, increase the minutes by 1. Roll d20 intellect. Okay. So we are going to search. So we got to increase our minutes by 1. And we have intellect here, which we do have a +1 on. That was off. So a 7, man. These rolls are not been good. So we have an 8. So, okay, nice. If the result is between 8 and 14, gain 5 meal rations. All right. Where do we even note that? Oh, I guess there is a spot for it. I did not know that. Consume on use. Needed if you can't find food or water. Oh, wow. Wonder if we should do that more often. We should just stay there. All right, so let's go check out D. So injured goblin. Falling along the hallway, you find an injured goblin who could still escape with just a little help. If you rescue him, increase your minutes by 1 and gain 1 minion. If not, gain 1 notoriety. Do I just want to gain a notoriety? This is tough. Or do I want a minion? Yeah. I feel like notoriety. I feel like I should just leave the minion. But we're gonna be friendly. We're still kind of weak, so we need to build up some powers. We need to gain some minions, gain some power before we get too crazy, before we start being too evil. So we already had 9 minions. I forgot to transfer them over. So we're gonna go with 10 minions now. And we do have to increase it. So now we're at 4. And we'll go to C, which is the last area that we haven't seen yet, the armory. Various weapons are strewn across the floor of the armory. Nothing really useful except for maybe a combat boosting potion. You may search the armory for some potions. If you do, roll d20 intellect. Remember investigator. Okay. Well, we're definitely going to do that. So intellect. Unfortunately, these are not good skills for us. We get a +1. So 19 plus 1 is 20. So we're in the armory, and if it's 15 or more, you gain a couple of unbroken potions under a dented metal shield. Gain 2 random items on the combat table. So let's see, D4. So we're going to gain 2. So that's a 1, which is a health potion, and another 1, so we gain another health potion. Okay, so we got a ton of health potions. That's going to put us at 4 health potions, which that could be quite useful. Okay, and then I wonder if we have to, if we move back through it, I wonder if we have to yeah, see, I wonder if I have to do it again, but that would seem like you could just keep doing it and keep getting your stuff, because it does say explore and resolve each area you visit before choosing your next. So I wonder if I would have to go back to D, but that would seem kind of silly because you could just gain a bunch of notoriety. So I think since I don't really know, it doesn't say you can only explore each area once. So we're going to go back this way, go back to D. We're going to try to get out of here. So D, we have to do the goblin thing here. We're going to rescue another goblin, which will put us at 11, but is going to boost our time to 5. So now when our time increases to a multiple of 5 on this page, rubble falls around you, take D4 damage. So we got a 1. So we go to 11 health. Good thing we found all them health potions, right? And then we're going to go to E. E. This is the main exit for the castle, but it's not the quickest way to escape. You should stop here. If you decide to continue to explore, increase the minutes by 1. Yeah, we're definitely just gonna leave. Yeah, for sure. There's no point to stay any longer. Yep, so we're just gonna get out of here. I don't understand why it says you should stop here. I guess it's basically saying that you want to get out. Oh, of course, some loot. Roll D6. And we got a 5, which is... Okay, a 5 is a bone dust. Do we have any bone dust? We do. Now we have 2. All right, fruit stay, snow send 6. The hall before you trembles as the crumbling castle walls crack and collapse. There are many obstacles in your way, including goblin corpses litter the floor. Geez, I mean, that's what they're good for. They're good for cannon fodder. Oh, geez, this is not good. If your total minutes is 2 or less, gain a 5 bonus to all your rolls. If it's a 3 or 4, gain a +2. If it's a 5 or 6, I think that's why it said you should leave. Oh man. Okay, so my minutes are 5. Yikes. So I take a -2 penalty on all my rolls. Oh my gosh. It's a -2. I don't like that. So it says, continue to keep track of minutes that pass. Every time the minutes increase to a multiple of 5 on this page, rubble falls around you, taking another D4 damage. Wow. Okay. I wish I'd have known that because I wouldn't have stayed that long. All right, so number 1 here. Visualize the path before, or the path forward. Roll a D20 wisdom. So D20 plus my wisdom, I get a +1 on my wisdom. 11, 12. So if your result is between 8 and 14, you see the path ahead, but you have trouble visualizing it as the situation changes rapidly. Gain +1 bonus. Oh, no, no, no. Yeah. So I have a -2 to all my rolls. So it's actually a 9. So yeah, you see a path ahead, but you have trouble visualizing it as the solution changes rapidly. Gain +1 bonus to the rest of your rolls below. Okay, so we're only at a -1. Step around the dead bodies. Roll d20 dexterity, and we are going to use one of our surges. So we'll go to one surge on this page left. So we get a d4, and our dexterity is a 0. So we get 17 plus 1 is 18, minus 1 is 16. Wait, 17 plus 1, 18. Yeah, 17. So if the result is 15 or more, you step quickly over the bodies. Being careful not to trip. Okay, that's not too bad. Block the falling debris. Man, roll D strength 20. Okay, so we do have a -2. I'm going to use my last surge. So I have no surges, so I can get the D4 roll on this. So we got -2 plus -1, so -3 total. So 17 plus 1 is 18, minus 3 is 15, which I'm glad I used that. Ceiling tiles and pebbles fall from the ceiling. There's too much to dodge. You have to parry them. So if the result is 11 or more, you parry the falling ceiling tiles before they crush you. So now we just have to run. So Constitution. So D20 plus Constitution. I only have a 1 on my Constitution, but I get a negative, so I'm going to get nothing on this. And it was off the thing. So a 2. Oh, man. So you have to get out as quick as possible. So we got less than 7. Your legs carry you as fast as they're willing to go, but it's not enough. Increase your minutes by 2. So we go to 7 minutes. So I guess that's it. There's nothing else on the bottom there. Stars Day, Sunday, Snow Send, 7-8. The hallway before you has collapsed and blocks your only way out. You turn to the window, which is now your only escape. Oh boy. That looks like a far drop. The battle outside rages on as siege weapons pelt the castle. You can hear the screams of combatants dying on the battlefield outside. Continue to keep track of minutes that pass. Every time the minutes increase to a multiple of 5 on this page, rumble falls around you. Take 1d4 damage. Okay. I wonder if I should take a health potion. All right, so we have to pick one of these. So should we climb down the tower carefully? No. We don't really have anything good. We do have our surges back, so we do have 2 surges. So I think we're going to do this. Use an improvised rope to aid you on your descent. Roll d20 and intellect. Reminder athlete. We don't have that. So our intellect is +1. No, actually, yeah, we can't even do that because I want to use one of our surges to get the +4. Oh man. Okay, yeah, we're gonna use the surge, and we're actually going to use dexterity, parkour down the tower. Honestly, that's a little bit cooler, anyways. You have no time to lose, so you jump from the ledge to ledge as you descend down the tower. Okay, so d20 plus dexterity. So I'm using a surge, so I get a 0 bonus here. So we get a 3. Oh, we get a 3 plus 4 is 7. I don't think that's going to be enough. If your result is between 6 and 7, or 6 and 10, you make a few ill-planned jumps and get several scrapes and bruises. You otherwise make it down the tower safely. Increase your minutes by 1 and reduce your health by 1. Okay, so minutes go to 8. My health goes to 10. Okay, that's it for that page. That was not a lot on that page, just one roll. It was a quick page. Because A, B's, and C's you only pick one option. 1, 2s, and 3s. That's where you have to actually do them all. All right, well, with that, that's gonna finish up week number 6. We're down to 10 health. So we're definitely gonna have to use some health potions. We are pretty well stocked here, though, for the road ahead. I imagine we're going to be on the run here, so maybe that's why we needed to get some meal rations. But I still feel like we're pretty well stocked here. We're up to 11 minions, 30 gold. So hopefully we can spend some of that gold. Here's a little sneak preview of our next week. Looks like our goblins are just fighting off as the last of them. That's all that's left, 4 of them. So that's their final stand. So with that, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe.